First, giving honor to Yahweh, to his son Yahweh Shai, to the prophets, elders out there pushing forth, teaching, preaching this truth, to all the hopeful elect of Israel, and to the confusion of face, those that are spread out amongst the other nations and look like the other nations, but are of Israel according to the seed of their forefathers. To everybody that say Shalom. Go with me to Psalms 83. Oh, come on. Okay. Psalms 83. Keep not thou silence, O God, Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies, pay attention to that, make a tumult, and that they hate thee have lifted, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Huh? These other nations, the elites, Bilderbergs, UN, United Nations, and even the means we don't know. It's because they're taking crafty counsel against the nation of Israel. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Keep an eye on that. The hidden ones. The Almighty children, but they're referred to as the hidden ones, almost as if they would not know, or people don't know, or they have been fooled into believing that they are not the Almighty's chosen people, thy hidden ones. You think them so-called Jewish-ish folks over there are the children of the Almighty? One, you're not following Bible prophecy correctly, and two, you're being led astray. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. See, they're referred to Israelites, right? Those folks that occupying the land are called Israelis. That's because when you even look up the word, it's not likening them to the actual Almighty's chosen people, but just the people that occupy the land of Israel. Come on, somebody. It's clicking for somebody. Thy hidden ones, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, that's not your nationality. That's not who you are. Thy hidden have taken crafty counsel against thy hidden ones. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, top of the hit list. Esau, Edom, at the very top of the Almighty's hit list. Again, I told you, even according to 2nd Ezra 6 and 56, the Almighty likened them to literally spit. He likened a bunch of them, of these other nations, to one drop from a vessel. Meaningless, worthless. Won't miss it, not needed. Less than nothing. Isaiah 40 and 17 says he counts them not only as nothing, but what Somebody tell me what less than nothing is. That's what he thinks of the other nations. He only loves one nation, and that is Israel. If you read and understand this Bible, I don't care what you bugged out Christians, I don't care how much you thumbs down the video, you're just going against the word, not house. You're just going against the Almighty. And the Ishmaelites and Moab and the Hagarenes, all the other nations. Deuteronomy 28:13. And Yahweh shall make thee the head. This is talking about chosen people. This is when commandment was given via Moses from the Almighty. And the Lord Yahweh shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath, if thou hearken unto the commandments. John 14:15, Yahweh said, if you love me, you keep my commandments. And who was he? He was the word of who? The Almighty. John 1, read 1 through 14, and it talks about how in the beginning was the word was God, the word became flesh. So Yahweh Shai is saying, if you love me, you keep my commandments. What is he saying? Folks telling you that the Old Testament is doing away with, and no, you don't have to abide by. Get away from them. Get away from them. Run for your soul's sake. For the love of the Father is not in them. Old and new work hand in hand. How does the Almighty know that you love him? You keep his commandment. And if you don't, that's wickedness. That's evil. That's hate. That's the opposite of love, right? Hate. So if you do not keep the Almighty's commandments, what are you pretty much saying? You hate the Almighty. You don't love the Almighty. If you don't keep his commandments. Not what house says, but what thus saith the Almighty. If thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord Yahweh thy God, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them, and thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou would not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, not everybody's, not the other nations, not the Edomites, the Moabites, the Hagarenes, who are still here today. If you understand Scripture as before, so will be. There's nothing new under nothing new under the sun. I believe that's Ecclesiastes 1:9. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 1:9. Nothing new under the sun. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh your God, to observe to do all these commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, all the curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shalt thou be in the basket in thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, the fruit of the land, the increase of thine kind, the flocks of thy sheep. 19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord Yahweh shall send up thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke at all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings. Why would he say wickedness there, of thy doings? Because you turned away from his laws, statutes, and commandments. That is what sets his people apart from all the other nations, because it is that, his word, that he gave to them, and them only. So again, when you go against his word, like the heathen and Gentile nations do, that he warned us not to do, you are literally going against the Almighty. That is the wickedness. That is even the wickedness, if you go to Jeremiah 28:7, that the prophets of old prophesied against. Evil, mighty kingdoms, wickedness on the earth, war, because all that is not of the Almighty. That is not the plan that the Almighty had for his children. See, when you hearken unto his word, that's peace. That's safety. Even in the time of trouble, his word, it's healing. It's uplifting. 21, the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. The Lord Yahweh shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with the blasting, and with the mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder, and dust from heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. The Lord Yahweh shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Thy hidden ones, cut off from being a nation. If you don't know who all this is referring to right here in the world today, because again, you're not black, you're not Latino, you're not Native, you're not Haitian, you're not Jamaican, you're not Puerto Rican, you're not Seminole Indian. But because we did not hearken to, even today, nothing new under the sun, we are not hearkening to words going out. The Almighty's word is going out, and still you got 2/3 of Israel who's not hearkening. He that have an ear, let them hear. Let me go there. I'm going to, as soon as I can get it. Okay. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God, the Word, Yahweh Shai. All things were made by him, and without him, Yahweh Shai, was not anything made that was made. In him was life, Yahweh Shai, the Word of the Almighty, even there in the beginning. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not the light, John, but was sent to bear witness of the light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Okay, goes a step further and says, he came unto his own, and his own received him not. Twofold, because right now the word is going out, and guess what? His own is not receiving him. Not house, because you think you're doing me some disjustice by not hearkening or hearing what I have to say. You're not. You're doing yourself some disservice, because all I'm doing is giving you what thus saith the Almighty, not house. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. 11. He came unto his own, and his own received him not, the word. But as many as received him, the elect, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Now we know, according to Hebrews 7:14, and Romans 1 and 3, that he comes through the seed. Romans 1 and 3. He comes through the seed, if you will, of David. That tribe of Yahweh, or Judah. It's the regal tribe. Again, King David's in that, come through that tribe. Solomon, Yahweh Shai. It's the regal tribe. See, the word is going out. And he that have an ear, let him hear. Not what house says. Okay? I'm just trying to bring my brethren back to the word. Those laws, statutes, and commandments are very important. What do you think we're going to be abiding by in the new kingdom? Anybody telling you that, oh no, it's all done away with, or no, we're in the age of grace. That's the one that your pork chop eating pastor like to throw out there. Your shrimp, your gumbo slopping missionaries. They like that gumbo. That's what they tell you. We're in the age of grace, and that is not true. Man changes, but God, the Almighty Yahweh, does not, and His word will not return back void, null and void. He is the same way back then, today. He has not changed. The only thing that has changed, if you want to say between New Testament and Old Testament, if you will, is yes, Yahweh Shai being the replacement for us having to slaughter and kill goats and sheep and sacrifice them and make atonement for our sins. Yahweh Shai was the ultimate atonement. He carried the burden of sin for the world of Israel. That as long as you believe on Him, who is Him? The Word. You can't know the Son. You can't know the Father and not know the Son. How are you going to know the Almighty and not know His Word? Come on, somebody. Somebody gets it. With love, house.